Look, let me tell you something, ESPN. If Abe was the host of ESPN in the morning, he would be number one because everybody watches ESPN because it is the biggest network. Stop taking credit for something like you the reason this is this and you're not. You're nothing. You a boy.
I realized something extremely interesting. Every topic these days can be tied back somehow to Stephen A. Smith. Corey Holcomb talks about Bad Boys with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Another congratulations going out to Will Smith, speaking of him, and Martin Lawrence. The release of Bad Boys Ride or Die did so well in the theaters that opening weekend that most critics are actually saying that it has revived a slumping box office attendance for the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a fact right there. Hollywood has been struggling, if you haven't noticed. Hollywood is in dire straits right now. A lot of the big movies that were coming out this summer, Fall Guy, there was a couple other ones. Pretty much since the Oppenheimer Barbie tent poles last year, they've been having a lot of problems at the box office. And I think it's just a sign of the times, you know? And for it to be a movie like Bad Boys to come along and actually turn the thing around, it's an indication of what Hollywood's been missing this whole time. No matter what you think about Will Smith and his situation with Chris Rock.
A slumping box office attendance for the last couple of years. Bringing in over 56 million domestic, another 46 overseas, bringing a total of 104 this weekend.
That's good, man. Congratulations.
Good.
In my mind to go see a Will Smith movie. I don't like when Stephen A. Smith said Will Smith needs to apologize to the black community.
But somewhere along the way, he has to sit down and talk to the black community. You can see all the white people around Will Smith all you want to. Black folks have loved and revered this man for decades. He was the closest thing to perfection, as his friend Charlie Mack once told me, for decades. Everybody makes a mistake. This is not hatred. I love Will Smith still. But you got to have a conversation as to why you did that.
Because nobody in this world needs to apologize to the black community more than Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. still.
That's a bar. That's a bar right there. I think some apologies are definitely in order.
But I get it. He's a weirdo. That video where they showed him walking into the game with that purple suit.
It's gonna happen. What I tell you is gonna happen? Say another word, and this is over. And I ain't playing with you. Say it again. Say something again. But why? Oh! 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 My God! Oh! Don't say another word. Nothing. Before you do, I got a sword for you.
Showed everything you need to know. If you ain't seen it, that's what you need to watch. That man is crazy. I ain't even as mad as I used to be. I know he's autistic. He's autistic. He really think that he's the reason good things happen. Look, let me tell you something, ESPN. If Abe was the host of ESPN in the morning, he would be number one because everybody watches ESPN because it is the biggest network. Stop taking credit for something like you the reason this is this and you're not. You're nothing. You a boy. And you got you a tag team partner that I'm shocked he became your tag team partner.
Oh,
that's
Shay.
Mr. Sharp. He has become your defender. Every time somebody disagrees with him, you hear Shannon say, I
noticed that.
Wow, he is taking up for this boy. But that's what that money do. When you get used to that money, boy, it's hard to let it go.
Yeah, he kind of went in on him. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on there as far as Stephen A. Smith's contribution to, I don't know, like the social media space, especially, and in sports media. obviously, Stephen A. Smith has taken some very controversial stands. And then, of course, Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp used to be very outspoken on the show with Skip. And for some reason now he's not as much so with Stephen A. Of course, every time I see a clip of it now, it's because Stephen A. Smith is just going off. It's like, pass me the ball every once in a while. Nah, Shannon's definitely playing a role on that show. And Stephen A. wants it that way. Because, Stephen A. says he puts his chess pieces in. I let you on this show. And when I let Monica McNutt on this show, and when I let... And he's got this idea that he's calling some shots around there. But from what Corey's saying, and it's true to a certain extent, as far as sports media goes, they're pretty much the only show in town. So then if you say that, then they're going to push the only show in town. Plus they got the Disney behind them, you know what I mean? So they're huge now. Speaking of the industry and Bad Boys in itself. But like I said, Bad Boys... It does represent a change here. I'm going to go see it probably either tonight or tomorrow night, just because I had to kind of work some things around in the schedule. I would have seen it already first weekend. That's how I normally support. But what do y'all think? Do y'all think Will Smith, because Stephen A. Smith made a big issue about this, which I thought was strange. We need to have Will Smith have a conversation with Chris Rock. He's like dredging this back up now. Chris Rock has been quiet about it since his special. Will Smith has been quiet about it, so it's blown over. Is this man supposed to apologize for his whole life? There is part of it. He's got to go on with his life. Martin needs opportunities. The rest of the cast, there's people that I've seen that are in Bad Boys that I haven't seen for years. So, those people need opportunities as well. So Will Smith being there actually facilitates those. And so it's a possibility that punishing and penalizing Will Smith for an impulsive reaction at the Oscars, he's already been punished for it. Do we continue to keep punishing him? It remains to be seen. I think actually people felt sorry for Will after it, because they were like, there was so much going into that, so much built up aggression and, things going on with the family, that people started like chilling on Will. But I don't know. You'd have to ask Chris Rock if we should still, if he feels satisfied. If he feels satisfied from, the interaction that they had. But either way, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to see more, please watch one of these videos down below. Please sign up for the newsletter so I can keep you up to date on all things Faucette Media. This is Faucette Media.